Today the topic of our discussion is related to the lesson, the unit number 9, that is London Road. We have to discuss this lesson completely and we have to see what is in this lesson, and this lesson is very much famous. In this lesson there is a story of a guy and all of the sorrows and the pains he tolerates and bears during his journey, uh, and all of the story is told in a very pitiable manner, that how the separation of the people affect on their life and why people are separated from each other. So this is the story of a guy who lives in his among his family and family members, but we have to see his sorrows and his pains as well. And this is actually the story of the writer himself. Now we have to see that what is in this story. There are certain slides where we have to discuss the lesson and its different aspects as well. The lesson is a London Road. The title of this unit 9 is a London Road. This lesson is written by Leroy Lee. The writer of the lesson is Leroy Lee. The lesson is about 19 years old young boy, his separation from family and country town. There is a boy who tells his story of the journey, and that boy is of the 19 years old young boy. The story of the young generation is told here, and he's separated from his family members, from his mother, and he leaves his country town. So the conditions or the situations, feelings and sentiments of that time are discussed here. It is told in the lesson that a young boy has 2 sisters and 4 brothers. They are actually 7 siblings. The boy has the 2 sisters and the other 4 brothers. And then he himself is also there. So they are the 7 siblings. These are the family members of the boy. Among these, only 2 brothers and young boy himself live among the high mountains with their mother. The story is of the London, and one of the town or one of the country town or one of the villages of the London is discussed there, and the life of the people who live in the villages of the London are discussed here. So there were 7 members in the family, and from those 7 members, only 2 young boys, 2 brothers, and a young boy himself. It means 3 these siblings live in that country town with their mother. What about the other 4 family members of this young boy? They have already left this country town and they have went to the London. 2 sisters and brother, and there is 1 brother as well. 3 family members are already in London, and 4 family members are living in the country town. Now this young boy is also ready to leave the home. Now the journey of this young boy is also started, and in the lesson the young boy himself declares that his other 2 brothers are also ready to go for the journey of the London, and but in the current situation he is leaving his home. In the morning, boy takes breakfast and his mother is standing above him wordlessly. The lesson starts from the morning of the boy, and he tells the situation in the morning that his 2 brothers are sleeping there, but his mother is ready to make the good type of the breakfast for her son, because it is the last day of her son with her. So the breakfast is made by the mother, and she brings that breakfast in front of his son, but she stands wordlessly in front of his son while he was taking his breakfast. The reason is later on discussed there, that why the mother is standing silently. She doesn't utter a single word in the complete lesson. She just notices each and every activity of the son, but she never utters out, she never speaks out any word at the separation of her son. The feelings and the emotions of the mother on the separation of the son are expressed. All of the emotions and the feelings of the son are discussed here at the time of the separation, that how mothers usually feel when they are separated from their family members, especially from their sons. At the time of the separation, mother stands silently. She tolerates each and every pain of the life, and she notices each and every activity of the son, but she never utters a single word at the time of the separation. Not the word that express her feelings of the her feelings, that those feelings can be of the feelings of happiness, those feelings can be of the feelings of the sadness as well. But his mother remains silently throughout the lesson, from the start till the end. Mother doesn't utter a single word. Even she never expresses her emotions and feelings at the last meeting with the son. She knows that it is her last meeting with the son. Despite of this, she never utters any word, because it shows the mother's feelings. It shows that how much mother is painful at that time, and she is not able even that she can utter out, she can speak out any word in front of his son. And she knows that her uh, offspring, her other children have already left her to the London, and now another family member or another son is also going for the London, and it is very big sorrowful condition for the mother. But despite of all these conditions, she doesn't utter any word. She bears all of these pains of the life silently and quietly. When the boy leaves home, he comes across the feelings of the homesickness. Now, after that, after the discussion of the domestic environment, when the boy leaves his home and comes at the road among the mountains and among the high hills, at that time he feels the feelings of the homesickness. He starts to think about the mothers. He starts to think about the kitchen condition, that there are many sounds in the kitchen, and there are the sounds of the utensils, there are the sounds of the people who are living there, who are laughing with each other. So all of the homesickness affects during his journey, and he recalls all of the previous memories as well, that he has spent with his mother, he has spent with his family members. And he also come across through the stereotypical idea, the trend tradition that in our that exists in our society, that marry and settle down, that you should marry and settle down, do not think about the other things, and it is a life that you should marry to someone and settle down there. So all of these things affects on the life of the boy during his journey, when he leaves his home, when he is in his journey, and he looks back at the village as well, country town as well, that he is now living, and it is his last day in the among all of these hills in the high mountains as well. The boy rejects all of the ideas and moves towards further journey. But boy has the very much strong emotions and strong intentions as well. So he is not impacted and affected by all of the stereotype ideas and the traditional ideas that try to restrict him to not leave the home and to live with his mother and his other family members. But he is very much firm and determined as well, so he continues his journey. Now we have to see that what actually is the main moral lesson of this lesson. Actually, the writer tells or points out certain things in this lesson. The writer is telling, the important thing is the writer is telling the separation and the feelings at the time of the separation. Important thing is this. Another thing is that the writer wants to show that man is a builder of career, and I have also mentioned it in the themes as well, that the it is also one of the themes in the lesson, that man is the builder of the career. And the writer shows here, and writer quotes here certain important lines, that man is a builder of the career. Whatever he wants to do, he can do each and everything if his intention is strong, if he is able to face each and every restriction and hindrance in his life, then nobody is here to control him, nobody is here to stop him from achieving all of his dreams and the career in the life. So all of these things are important. The writer wants to show the common life of the people, that how people are facing different type of the issues and the problems in their life, and despite of facing all of those issues, they are living here, and they seem as strong here as well. So the important theme in this lesson is the man is the builder of the career, and there is one line as well, that is go where you will, it is all yours, you ask for it, it's up to you now. You have to make your own path, you have to make your own direction, it depends on you where you want to go. If you have decided certain thing, if you have decided your destiny, then you have to go, and then you have to follow that step and that path as well. Otherwise you will not get your destiny, otherwise you will not fulfill your dreams. Once you have decided anything, then it totally depends on your will and the wishes, that how much your will is strong, how much your intentions are strong. It is totally in your hand. If you want to achieve anything, you can achieve. You have to just start your struggle. It totally depends on the people, it totally depends on you, that how you are doing the struggle, and how much your intentions are strong, and how much you are eager to achieve that success in the life. So man can do each and everything in the life. Man can do each and everything if his intentions for their task are strong and stiff. It totally depends on your intentions. It totally depends on your actions. It totally depends on your um, determination. It totally depends on your willingness. It totally depends on your power of the willingness, that what type of the power you have to achieve any type of the activity, any type of the destiny, any type of the career, and what type of the intentions you have to fulfill your dreams. If your intentions are strong, if you want to achieve that particular type of the career or the destiny or any goal in your life, then you have to tolerate and bear each and every pain and the sorrow in your life. Otherwise you will not survive in a good way, otherwise you will not fulfill your dreams in a proper way. You have to bear and tolerate all of these little type of the pains and the sorrows in your life, and these will make you more stronger. These will not affect contrary on your life. These are the part of the life, but your intention, but your main focus should be on your career, on your dreams. So man is the builder of the career. We saw the example of the boy as well, that he come across many issues and the problems in his life. He was facing the issue of the separation from his mother. He was facing other type of stereotypical ideas as well, and he was also facing the problem of poverty as well. And in the later on discussion, I will tell you that why actually the boy is leaving his home, and why his other family members are already have already left their home, and they are living in the London. So there are many issues and the problems, but all of these things are the part of our life. The main reason that the boy leaves his home is the poverty in London. That is a second theme in this lesson. Actually, this person, this boy and his family faces the poverty, and it is also depicted in the story in your lesson as well. That while his journey, he was taking little bit cheese, and he was wearing the boot, and those boots were the thick, and he had one hazel stick in his hands. His other family members have already left London in order to earn certain things, in order to support their family, in order to support the financial type of the in order to fulfill the financial type of the issues and the problems, in order to overcome the financial issues and the problems in the life. This is the reason that again this boy is leaving his country town in order to diminish, in order to eradicate the poverty. And the writer actually wants to depict that poverty was also the part of the London as well. And there was a time in the London when the people have a lot of people had a lot of issues and the problems, and they face the issues and the problems of the poverty as well in the London. So it depicts the poverty in London. If we connect this theme of poverty in London of this lesson to the Pakistani situation, we can relate this all situation of the boy or the young boy with our current Pakistani people as well. See, there are many people in the Pakistan who are leaving their hometown, who are leaving their country, and they are going for the other countries like the Saudi Arabia and the Dubai and other countries in order to earn something for the financial support of their families. So at the time of the separation, we can relate their feelings with the family members. We can understand their feelings with the feelings of this guy, that how much pain and the sorrow he is feeling at the time of the separation. In the same way, there are many people in Pakistan who leave their hometown country and they go to the other countries for the earning purpose, and they leave their families at the back alone, and their children as well. So we can relate that in all of those situations and the conditions, how their children and how the person who is leaving the country feels at that time, what type of the emotions and the sentiments he had in his heart, what type of the thinking he had in his mind as well. So we can relate the feelings of this one with the other people with the current situation of Pakistan as well. In Pakistan, there is a problem of the poverty, and due to the poverty, people are leaving their hometown and the country, and they are going for the other countries in order to support their families. So we can relate this condition, current type of the condition, with this guy as well, that how much issues and the problems they are facing, but it is also their compulsion to leave the home. That's why they are leaving the home, and they go to other countries just for the sake of the earning purpose. When the boy goes for a long journey, he takes two little cheese with himself. That is not enough for his survival. He wears thick boots and had one hazel stick. So it depicts the poverty that exists, and that is a part of the boy's life as well. So all of these description shows that how much the financial issues people were facing in the London in the previous times, and how much they were compelled to leave their homes, to leave their family members at the back alone, and it was very difficult for them to leave their families in the critical situation. But they had just one choice, to go abroad, to go the countryside or in the city life, so that they can earn in a good way and support their families. In order to remove poverty, young boys and other people leave their homes, like this young boy and his one brother and two sisters who are already there. So the four family members have now left their family at the country town, and in order to support the family, the boy came to London, and he starts now. The boy come to the London and the city of the London, what type of the resource he had to go for the earning purpose. Through entertaining people with the music of violin, he entertains people in the city of the London through his music of violin, and he started earning, and he started to support his family. So this type of the profession was started by the boy when he leaves the home and enters in the city of the London. So we can see how people are facing the issues and the problems during the separation of the family members, and when they entered in the different type of the cities and different type of the countries, what type of the professions they start in their life, just to support their families financially. So we have noticed all of these things, and we have saw that how the peoples are facing issues and the problems in their practical life. Another theme that is of the story of the separation. Here the separation of the mother and the son is particularly represented. The separation of mother and son is represented highly throughout the story, throughout the story from the start till the end, the mother has not such type of the dare that she can reveal reveal her feeling in front of her son. Maybe she has a doubt that when she will start uttering any word, and she loses her temper and she started to weeping, and it negatively affects on the mind of her son, and her son in the emotional condition where uh, stop is may decide that he's not going for the city for earning purpose. So mother was the compared at that time, in order to represent she thought that when she will reveal her feelings and emotions, maybe her feelings and emotions make her son as a weak. So she wanted to see her son as a strong and firm and determined. That's why she controls herself. That's why she controls her feelings and emotions, and she never utters a single word in front of her son. She remains wordlessly from start to the end of the lesson. Mother's feelings cannot be uttered. These do not need words to express. So we all know that mother has the deep connection and relation with her children. Sometimes the words of the mother do not affect in a way as the silence of the mother affects on the mind and the thinking of the people. Same is the case here. Even mother is not revealing herself. Mother is not uttering any single word, speaking any single word. Despite of this, the condition of the mother is understood by the son. He can understand that why his mother is silent, why his mother is not expressing her emotions and feelings. All of this silence highly impacts on the mind and the thinking of the person or the young boy as well. He understands the silence of his mother. He had a good connection with his mother's. The mother seems upset and is not happy on the journey of the boy. Throughout the story, mother doesn't seem as happy from the journey of the boy. She already knows that her other children are already in the city of the London now, and this young guy is also leaving the home, and it is very difficult and unbearable and intolerable for the mother to again bear and tolerate the separation of another child in her life. Despite of this, she tolerates the pain of the separation. Despite of all these situations and conditions and all these realities, she faces the pain of the separation boldly. She faces the pain of the separation courageously. She controls herself, she controls her emotions, she controls her complete physical body and mental thinking as well, so that his son can start journey in a proper way. Even when the son leaves the home and when he is in between the path, at that time, the mother looks at the boy silently, and from her home, and she never utters and she never shows any gesture and a facial expression on her face, so that her son can understand, her son can say anything, her son can reveal anything at the time of the separation. But she remains totally silent, and she sees each and everything, notices each and everything silently. So we have saw the story of the separation among the son and the mother. In the same way, we can relate these all situations and condition with the current situation of the Pakistani people, with the current situation of the common people as well. That when they have when two person or two people separate the two people are separated at that time, what type of the feelings and emotions they had in their mind and they had in their head and in their heart. In all of these conditions and situations, it is very difficult to tolerate and to control your emotions and the feelings, and do not utter any single word, even when you know that that person may come return back or not. When there is no other chance that the person may come or not. In all of these situations, it is very much tough to tolerate all these things, but the mother mother seems as stiff and strong, and she doesn't want to disturb her son. She doesn't want to make sad to her son, so she controls herself, and she remains silent and controls herself in order to see the happiness of her son, and in order to see that her son is living in a proper way, in the relaxed way, in the peaceful environment. So we have discussed the lesson, its themes as well, that was what is in the lesson and what are the different themes and how it is related to our practical situation and common life as well, and what type of the issues and the problems people are facing in their life. Now we have Now we discuss this lesson, and we have exercises of this lesson as well. So in the very starting, we have the exercise that is C, words in the context. Here, meanings of the words is given. In this exercise, meanings of the words are given. You have to write down just the one particular word for that meaning, and the paragraph numbers are also written in the bracket. For example, in the A, there is a meaning that is request is to someone to do something. This is the meaning of one word. You have to write down the one word, and where you can find that one word, you can find that one word from the paragraph number 2, that is also written in the bracket here. So when you will start reading the paragraph number 2, you will find out the one word that represents this meaning. In the same way, when you will go for the meaning of B, and in the B it is written something that was sure to happen, that couldn't be avoided. So you can find out the particular word for this B meaning from the paragraph number 4. In this way, you have to solve this exercise by yourself. And when you will go for the second part of this exercise, in the second part, you have to write down the opposite words of these words, the antonyms of these given words. There are 4 words that you are given here, and these 4 words are given in the different paragraphs, and the paragraphs number are also written in the brackets in front of these words. For example, demands, it is a word that is taken from the paragraph number 2. Now you have to write down the antonym of this word demands. For example, there is a word weakness, and it is discussed in the paragraph number 6. Now you have to write down the antonym and opposite of this word weakness. In this way, you have to write down the antonyms of these 4 words from the given by looking at the given paragraphs. Then we have the third part of this exercise. In this, you are given the 2 options. In this exercise, you are given the 2 options for the one word. You have to select the correct option that defines the meaning of that particular word. For example, in the A, there is a word stooping, and the paragraph number is also written in the bracket here. That stooping word is taken from the paragraph number 1, and you are giving the 2 options, bent and the straight. Now, what is the meaning of the stooping? Either bent or the straight. You have to tick mark, and you have to choose the correct meaning from these 2 given options. In the same way, in the B option, we have the gnarled, and this word is in the first paragraph of the lesson, and you are giving the 2 options. You have to select the correct and the appropriate meaning of this word gnarled, and from these 2 given options. In this way, you have to solve this exercise. Then in the fourth part of this exercise, you are given the different phrases. You have to define the meaning of these phrases, and the meanings of these phrases is also given in the different options. 4 options are given there. You have to circle, or you have to point out, and you have to take mark on the correct option of that particular phrase. And you can understand the meaning of these phrases by looking at the particular paragraph where it is discussed. For example, in the A, the phrase is still soft at the edges. This phrase is discussed in the paragraph number 3, that is written in the bracket here. Suggests the writer's character was not yet So the options are also given here. You can understand easily the meaning of these phrases by looking at the different paragraphs. The paragraph number are also given in front of these phrases, so you can easily understand and gain the meaning of these phrases. And these phrases have very simple meaning. Then you have to select the any correct option from these given four options. So you have to solve this exercise, fourth number exercise in this work. Then we have last one exercise where the questions are given here, and we have to provide the answers of all these questions. See, these questions are uh, given in the practical situations, and you are asked to provide the answers of these questions. You can give the answers of these questions by reading the lesson and by understanding the lesson in a proper way. These questions need a certain type of the logic and a certain type of the evidences as well in order to support your answers. For example, number one question is, what was the part of the writer's life that he closed forever? When you will read out this lesson completely, then you will understand that there is one part of the writer's life that he is now going to close that part of his life. Then you have to give the answer of this question, that what type of the part the writer is going to close in the later life. Similarly, in the second question, it is asked, how did the writer's mother feel about his leaving home, and how did she show her feelings? I already told you that what the feelings and what the condition of the mother was when her son was leaving the home. Again, when you will read out the lesson, you can understand things clearly, and you can define those things and explain those things and elaborate those things in a proper way, that what was the situation of the mother. Typically, the mother is discussed in this lesson. The situation and the condition of the mother is discussed in this lesson. Then you have to support your answers in a proper way from the lesson, and you can give the answers by looking at the different paragraph as well that support this answer, answer of this question. And it is also written in this question that support your answers with evidences from the first and the second paragraph. In the very starting, the mother and her connection with the son is discussed in the lesson. That how is the mother feeling here, what the mother is doing there, and what type of the situation and the condition mother has. In the very initial paragraphs, you will get a lot of information about the situation and the condition of the mother and her relation with the son. In the third question, it is asked, the writer says that that before his departure, his mother gave him only a long and searching look. When he was leaving the home, at the last moment, the mother gave the long and searching look to the boy, and she didn't utter any single word at that time. Now the question is that, what does this mean? At the time of the departure, why the mother was looking at the long and was looking only long and searching and had gave a searching look to the son? What do you think the look was searching for? What the look of the what the mother wanted to search from the from her look at the son? So you have to provide the answers. Do you think the writer's home life was a happy one? Now your personal opinion is discussed there. In the lesson, it is not discussed that there is the happiest environment in the home, and what type and in which environment the siblings used to live there. But when the conditions in the situations of the home are discussed there in the lesson, then you can understand that what type of the life the writer or the person was living in his home. Either he was happy or not. Quote the words that tell us that. Now we have the fifth question, that is, quote the words that tell us that the writer had an optimistic nature. At the end of the lesson, we can see optimistic type of the nature, positive type of the nature among the in the boy, when he reveals that nothing is going to stop him. He had to achieve each and everything. These things are the part of the life. So at that time, he expresses his positive emotions and situations. He expresses his optimistic type of the nature. during all of these critical situation, he never utters a single word that represents his pessimistic type of the nature, but he continuously during his journey expresses his positive type of the emotions and the situations, and positive type of the sentiments, and a positive type of the nature as well. In the sixth question, it is asked, the first sentence of the paragraph 4 suggests that the writer had come to regard his home in the valley as a kind of. Now when you will read out the lesson, you can get the you will get the idea that what actually the writer calls to the valleys of his hometown. The options are given here. You have to select the option